I was telling you about this. Focus here. So when you are seeing the relations, already you saw this diagram, right? You saw already this diagram. This is a cross section. It is giving you the anterior relations, lateral relations, posterolateral relations and medial relations. सब कुछ diagram में आ गया है. So once you practice the diagram, once you imagine the diagram, once you go through the dissection and you recall, try to recall, it's very easy for you. And everything is on the name. Okay. Now coming here, see, this is the anterior, this is the posterior. मतलब बंदा खड़ा है और ऐसे देख रहा है. कौन सा वाला डायग्राम? ये वाला डायग्राम. See this वाला डायग्राम. Can you see this diagram? Same type of diagram, but here I am trying to show you that this shows, I was trying to tell you about the false capsule, the cartilage and the ligament of Berry and this all. Here I am trying to tell you that there is a muscle. Which muscle? As we saw, what did we see? See, this sternothyroid muscle. This sternothyroid muscle, that is from the sternum to this thyroid cartilage. Okay, this is the hyoid bone, this is the thyroid cartilage, this is the cricoid cartilage and so on. This is the gland till it will extend till fourth cartilage of the trachea. Now, this behind this gland you have the sternothyroid muscle. Okay, sternothyroid muscle. Now this sternothyroid muscle, it is behind, that is on the posterior aspect, and between this, on the superior aspect, you have the superior thyroid artery and the external laryngeal nerve. These all laryngeal nerves are branches of vagus nerve. Okay, you saw here, no, external laryngeal. I showed you the right recurrent laryngeal, the left recurrent laryngeal here. Okay, and this is the external laryngeal nerve, which I could not show you in this diagram because it is coming this way. Okay, it is going horizontally like this. Okay, external laryngeal nerve. Understood? External laryngeal, and the superior aspect of the thyroid gland. So superior thyroid artery and this external laryngeal nerve, they supply it from the superior aspect. Okay, so this relation external laryngeal nerve का इधर आ गया. Understood? Okay, so coming back to our discussion, our diagrams, what I wanted to show, this we discussed about the position and extent. Okay, I'll zoom out. Yeah. See, we discussed about the position and extent. We discussed about the morphology, and we talked about the relations. This is one relation, a ligament of Berry, and two diagrams which I already showed to you, I have already shown to you. Now coming to the arterial supply. Okay, arterial supply and the venous drainage of the gland. Okay, now if you see this. Simply you have to draw the thyroid everywhere. There is no, this like this. Simple diagram. I am not good at diagram. You can draw good diagrammatic diagrams in the exam. So see, this is the thyroid gland. Now I need to find the red color. Just a minute. Yeah, red color and yellow color. Yeah. So this diagram I will show you both the arterial supply and the nerve supply. ब्लड सप्लाई तो बोल नहीं सकते क्योंकि उसमें वीनस ड्रेनेज भी आता है. वीनस ड्रेनेज आई विल शो यू अनदर डायग्राम. इट इज वेरी सिंपल. सी, द सुपीरियर पार्ट इज सप्लाइड बाय द सुपीरियर थायराइड एज वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड इन वन प्रीवियस डायग्राम. सी, इधर से ये किसकी ब्रांच है सुपीरियर थायराइड, कोई अगर बताना चाहे या अगर कोई, तो ये डिवाइड हो जाती है ऐसे, और दिस वन ब्रांच इज गोइंग इन द पोस्टीरियर एस्पेक्ट और वन इज कमिंग अलोंग दिस medial surface. Okay, like this. So, and there is the anastomosis of the right and left side. Okay. Okay, I hope I'm drawing it. ये पीछे से ऐसा, and this on the anterior aspect. तो एक ब्रांच anteriorly आ गई, एक ब्रांच posteriorly. ये anastomosis हो गया. तो this is what superior thyroid artery. अब ये सुपीरियर थायराइड आर्टरी के साथ साथ कौन आ रहा है? एक्सटर्नल लैरेंजियल नर्व मीडियली. कैन यू सी दिस येलो कलर? आई होप यू कैन सी दिस. ओके, आई एम ट्राइंग टू ड्रॉ इट डार्क I'll use some pages below so that it will become easy for me to draw. Yeah, can you see this? Yeah, इसके साथ में. Now what happens is, when you are doing surgery, at that time you have to ligate the blood vessels, and you see that you don't injure the blood vessels, otherwise there can be profuse bleeding. So along with the hello, no, please mute. So what do you see here is that, this is a nerve. Okay. Now when you are ligating the blood vessel, if you injure the nerve, then what will happen? If the nerve is supplying some muscle, that muscle will become what? It will become paralyzed. The nerve is important for the functioning of that organ or the muscle. Now if you damage this nerve when you are ligating this blood vessel, then it becomes a big problem, and you have to ligate the blood vessel. Now how do you do? There is a technique, anatomy has favored us. There is a sentence, okay, there is a sentence that when you are trying, or when you are ligating the superior thyroid artery, you have to tie it near, okay, and when it is inferior thyroid artery, it is far. What did I tell? Don't get confused. You should tie this near, and jo inferior I will show you, you have to tie it far. Why? Because this vein, this nerve, that is the external laryngeal nerve. I will label it for you. See, this is the superior thyroid artery, okay, and this is the external laryngeal nerve. So what do you see? That this external laryngeal nerve follows all along the superior thyroid artery. It थोड़ा सा दूर जाता है किधर? When it is nearing the gland, and it gives one branch here and like this. So you have to tie this artery over here. Understood? You have to tie it near the gland. And why I have written far over here, I will tell you. See this, okay, red color. Where is the red color? Yeah. So see here, actually, as you know, that there is a left subclavian vein, this artery, okay, and left subclavian artery, और ये left side का common carotid and all that, okay, and then now from left subclavian artery the branch comes. See, this is the arch of aorta. ये बड़ा सारा arch of aorta I am trying to show, and this left subclavian is different, like this, and this is the left, this is not the correct diagram. Yeah, this one. See, this is the arch of aorta. Okay. So what do you see from here? Subclavian is getting branched. ये subclavian, left side का subclavian artery, and this is a left common carotid artery. Okay. Now this subclavian gives branch to inferior thyroid artery, ऐसा, and it will go behind posteriorly and it will give branches, and it will anastomose with this. So this anastomosis is happening. This anastomosis. Same on this side also. इधर का जो subclavian है, here you have the brachiocephalic trunk, then it divides into, correct, it divides, this is the anterior view, okay, तुम सामने से देख रहे हो, तो मेरा जो लेफ्ट है वो डायग्राम का क्या हो गया, जो सामने वाला बंदा है उसका राइट हो गया, समझ में आया ना? तो इधर राइट ब्रैकियोसेफालिक आर्टरी, एक्चुअली ब्रैकियोसेफालिक ट्रंक होता है, वो डिवाइड्स इनटू राइट सबक्लेवियन एंड राइट इन द कॉमन कैरोटिड. नाउ दिस सबक्लेवियन, एक्चुअली ये रेड कलर खत्म हो गया, आई विल शो यू इन पिंक, नो प्रॉब्लम. सी दिस लाइक दिस, ओके, दिस इज द सबक्लेवियन, ओके. Actually common brachiocephalic I am not showing here in detail. This is the brachiocephalic. It divides into common carotid. We saw everything in detail yesterday. And this is the subclavian, right side ka. This subclavian gives branch to inferior thyroid, and here it is going posteriorly, and this is forming the anastomosis. But now what you see is that here you have this, the vagus nerve on the left side. Okay, are you able to see? I hope you are able to see it. If it is very light, you tell me. This is the left side ka vagus. Okay, now this left side ka vagus, it is thick cord. It is like this. See, it is going like this. Yesterday you saw the diagram, and it is giving a branch from here below, and this branch is coming from far away, and then it is nearing the gland. Understood? Here, see. Here also same. Vagus is there. It is giving the branch. I will show you on one side. What do you see? That this is the vagus nerve of the left side. Left vagus nerve. It is giving a branch that is called as the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Yes, it is going like this, no, back, like this it is going. So it is the, see, where should I label? Yes, see, it is the left recurrent laryngeal nerve. Okay, left recurrent laryngeal nerve. Now this left recurrent laryngeal nerve, it is far away from this artery. Can you see? This is the inferior thyroid artery. इसको भी label कर दूं. See, inferior thyroid artery. Understood? Inferior thyroid artery. So, this is the inferior thyroid artery. This is the recurrent laryngeal nerve, जो inferior part of the thyroid gland को supply कर रही है. So, this artery and this nerve, when they are coming near to the gland, then they are coming near to each other. Before that they are far away, here they come near to each other. So if you will tie the vessel here, there are many chances that you will injure this nerve. So you tie it far away. Understood? You tie it far away. So in the superior aspect you tie it near so that you don't injure the nerve which is following the superior thyroid artery all along its course. Only when it is near the gland they go away. Here it is away since beginning. When they are approaching the gland, they will come near to each other. So here when you ligate the blood vessel, that is the superior thyroid artery, you have to ligate it near the gland. And here you ligate the artery away from the gland. But to be very true, I will tell you, this is an old concept. If you will tell it to the teachers of anatomy, they will not agree with you. This is an old concept. Okay, this is an old concept that you have to tie it near and you have to tie it far. Because nowadays we don't ligate the superior thyroid artery and the inferior thyroid artery in the surgeries. These, in fact, they give small branches, and the technology is so advanced that you ligate these small branches. If you are doing subtotal thyroidectomy, that is, you are removing this almost all and you are leaving some part, then whatever part you are leaving, that you will keep intact, and rest which you are removing, उससे related जितना भी blood supply है minute, at that time you will ligate those small branches of the superior and the inferior thyroid artery. This is a very important concept and a very important concept, that superior thyroid और inferior thyroid में जाने के बाद branches देते, anastomosis करते. You have already seen. Okay. So advanced surgeries nowadays, what we practice is that we don't ligate the superior thyroid and the inferior thyroid. See, blood is the source of nutrients and oxygen to the cell it is supplying. So if you will ligate it completely, you cannot ligate it partially. When you ligate it completely, at that time the whole tissue, the blood supply to the tissue is stopped. So the tissue will die. So what recent advancement, this is an old concept, ki you tie this near the gland, you tie this away from the gland. Okay, what we do is we ligate these arteries, the subdivisions of these arteries, so that only that part we will ligate which we are removing. Rest artery will supply, arterial supply will remain intact. So this is an old concept, you should use this in anatomy, not in surgery. No one will accept, no one practices it in fact. So I am telling you, out of this is not given in the textbook. Textbook says you have to go near and far like this. And in the class also same teaching will happen. Why? Because This is what I am telling you is the concepts of surgery, what we apply here. This anatomy is an old concept, I repeat again. Okay, and now coming to the okay, one more thing is that the lowest part of the thyroid, that is the isthmus, it is also supplied by thyroidema artery. It is in just 3% people. It directly emerges from the arch of aorta. This is the arch of aorta, as I already told you. It is called as the thyroidema artery. Thyroidema artery. Okay. Just either it will apply, it will directly emerge, it will branch from the arch of aorta, and in some people it will branch from this brachiocephalic trunk on the left side, on the right side, sorry, on the right side. तो उसमें से आती है ब्रांच या फिर डायरेक्टली, मतलब इधर से आएगी या फिर डायरेक्टली आर्च ऑफ एओर्टा में से. दिस इज द थायरॉइडीमा artery. In just 3% people you find it, so of no much significance, but it supplies the isthmus of the gland. Okay, now coming to the venous supply, venous drainage, very simple. Venous drainage is very simple as compared to the artery supply. See this, ये gland निकाला आपने, you should be able to draw it as fast as what I am trying to do. See, where is the blue color? Yeah, this is the blue color. So, अरे यार, so this is which vein? The left jugular vein. Okay, internal jugular. External jugular to bahar you use. I'll use this blue color pen only. Okay, this is the two veins. So which vein is this? This is the, see, again this is the anterior view. Always write the view, give the orientation to the examiner also. So this is your right. This is, I mean, your left is the right of the patient. Okay. So here you have, see, simple it is. This is the internal jugular vein. Okay. ये किसमें जाके ड्रेन करती है? जे फॉर्म द कॉमन जुगुलर वेन एंड दे विल ड्रेन इनटू द एसवीसी. ओके, सुपीरियर वेना केवा, ब्रेकियोसेफेलिक ट्रंक और फिर सुपीरियर वेना केवा. ओके, लाइक दैट. सो व्हाट यू डू, वन डे you sit and you see the all the blood supply, that is the arterial supply and the venous drainage of the complete neck, HNF, and one day you can finish all that, because different and it is new, so it will be confusing, names will be confusing. Now this vein, that is a superior thyroid vein, it will drain in the left jugular, इधर का right का right side में. So middle thyroid vein middle में. Okay, and inferior thyroid vein inferiorly, इधर का भी और इधर का भी. Now you have one more. See, as I told you, this internal jugular vein, ये left, you do you remember yesterday we had drawn the heart, and this was the right and left brachiocephalic trunk. बराबर है, brachiocephalic trunk. तो ये जो veins है, jugular veins, the jugular veins continue and drain into what? The brachiocephalic trunk on the left side में जाके मिलती है, right side में जाके मिलती है. So this left side, left jugular vein, you see it is going like this and it will drain into the brachiocephalic trunk. Can you see this? Can you correlate this diagram? ये ऐसा रहेगा. This is continuing into this and this is continuing in, and this is the SVC and this pericardium. Simple. You should be able to correlate all this. Okay. So now what you see is that ये triangle, ये vein of Koch बोल के रहता है. Thyroid vein of Kocher. ये, this is not inferior. This is the inferior. And what is this? Is called as the thyroid vein of Kocher. ये मैंने गलत लेबल कर दिया. This is not inferior. Inferior thyroid vein is here. It will directly go into the brachiocephalic vein. This is the left brachiocephalic, this is the right brachiocephalic, and this they will join to form the SVC, that is the superior vena cava, and they will drain into the right atrium of the heart. Now here this superior thyroid vein, middle thyroid vein and inferior thyroid vein, ये middle और inferior के बीच में thyroid vein of Kocher होता है दोनों साइड में. Thyroid vein of Kocher. Okay, thyroid vein of Kocher. This is a MCQ question, important question. You mention this name, examiner will be very happy. This is also known as the fourth thyroid vein. This in thyroid vein of Kocher is also known as fourth thyroid vein. And blood supply, this lymphatic drainage, very simply I will tell you. I will use this pink color. ये इधर जो ऊपर का पार्ट है, और ये नीचे का पार्ट है। तो नीचे का दे विल सप्लाई इनटू एंड ये ऊपर का सप्लाई नहीं ड्रेन इनटू। सी दिस इज द अपर मतलब ऊपर का, डीप मतलब अंदर का मीडियली सर्वाइकल लिम्फ नोड्स, एंड दिस इज द लोअर डीप सर्वाइकल लिम्फ नोड। सिंपल समझ में? These will go into pretracheal and paratracheal nodes. These will go into prelaryngeal nodes. Okay, this is all theoretical aspect. Clinically also you can see, depending on the nodes you decide the, actually there is a gradation of the nodes in the neck lymph nodes. So this is about the venous drainage and the lymphatic drainage. Now coming to the most favorite part of mine, that is the applied anatomy. Okay, so applied anatomy. Okay, so I was telling you about the surgery capsules, right? True and false. तो कैसे निकालोगे आप? ठीक है, see this, ध्यान से देखो. This is the false capsule. Then this is the true capsule. Okay, this is the substance of the thyroid gland नीचे. Okay, and here you have the veins. We already have shown it in the diagram. ट्रू कैप्सूल के अंदर रहता है, दिखाया ना अपन ने, इधर किधर गया? अरे हाँ, सी दिस, ये फॉल्स कैप्सूल, ये ट्रू कैप्सूल, ये ट्रू कैप्सूल के अंदर यू हैव द वीनस प्लेक्सस और द वीनस ड्रेनेज. सो फॉल्स कैप्सूल I have shown in green because it's form of the ligament and the fascia. Okay, false capsule, true capsule. The matter of the, rather than matter you can say substance of the gland, and this is the venous, okay, plexus. So this is the cut section of the thyroid gland. Now what do you see is that during thyroidectomy, that is, gland is removed along with this true capsule, because if you will keep both these capsules, what will happen? If you will keep both these capsules and if you will remove the material substance, तो ये जब substance तुम उसको separate करोगे capsule, they are very closely adhered, this will bleed heavily. तो तुम क्या करते हो? You remove it along with this true capsule. तो उसके साथ ये जो ये venous plexus है, this will be intact inside the true capsule and there will be no bleeding. So you during thyroidectomy, so you have to ligate the blood vessel and you have to take care of the venous plexus also. During thyroidectomy, you remove with the true capsule. Very, very important point. Examiner will damn sure ask you, and you must mention this point when you are talking about the applied anatomy of the thyroid when you are writing a LHO. So it is indispensable for life, because if this starts bleeding, it will bleed profusely. Patient may land up into hypotension, on table death हो जाएगा surgery के table पे patient का. So to avoid bleeding, you remove it with the true capsule. And I had to ask you about prostate. None of you told me. I will tell you. See, prostate. See, during prostatectomy, venous plexus lies between the true and false capsule. See this. ये prostate है. See, this is the bladder we show, and this is the prostate. Now prostate से adhered उसका true capsule है, okay, और उसके बाहर उसका false capsule है. The venous plexus is between the true and false. इधर कैसा है? Venous plexus is inside the true capsule. तो तुम्हें true capsule के सहित निकाला तो bleeding नहीं होगा. Here it is between. तो तुम अगर true capsule निकालोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? Yes. What will happen? There will be bleeding. So what do? You will remove only the substance of the gland and you will keep both the capsules intact. Understood? You will remove only the substance of the gland and you will keep the capsules intact. Both capsules intact. In what? Prostatectomy. That is when you are removing prostate gland, especially when there is no drug treatment therapy available in the BPH, that is benign BPH is benign prostatic hyperplasia. Okay, So this is the first surgery. During surgery, how you will remove the capsule. I mean, how you will remove the gland. Depending on the position of the venous plexus, things are happening. Second is that during thyroidectomy, I already told you the old concept which you are not following, but you have to write it in the exam. Third thing is enlargement or the swelling of the thyroid. Any enlargement. Second, I have already discussed. Any enlargement of the thyroid is called as goiter. Simple. Any enlargement, it is called as goiter. Simple. Okay. So benign tumors, the enlargement में benign tumors भी आ गया. Okay. Then cyst formation आ गया. Benign tumors, cyst formation. We have seen a cystectomy, thyroidectomy, hemithyroidectomy in our surgery. OT, the patient was with there was cyst in one unilateral cyst in the thyroid gland. Matlab cyst means what? Any cavity filled with fluid. So there was cyst in one side of the one lobe of the thyroid. So hemithyroidectomy was done. Okay. So if there is some malignant growth, what you saw, see, this diagram you had seen. See, this is the thyroid. इधर पीछे ट्रकिया है, इधर पीछे इसोफेगस है. ये ट्रकिया इतना छोटा नहीं रहता है. Dimensions are a bit less or more because here we want to focus on what thyroid. So thyroid is drawn bigger. But if there is malignancy of the thyroid, what will happen? It will compress the tube. What the tubes? It will compress this nerve, recurrent laryngeal nerve. So there will be dysphonia. Dysphonia मतलब बात करने के लिए नहीं आएगा because left recurrent laryngeal nerve is supplying the larynx, vocal cords. And dyspnea, that is no proper breathing. Why? Because trachea you are obstructing. And dysphagia, that is esophagus you are obstructing. So if there is any malignant tumor of the thyroid, then in the upper part. What we saw yesterday in the superior mediastinum, ये इसके नीचे, this is the anterior, this is posterior, right? So you cut it at the neck level. When you go inside the mediastinum, if this tumor grows inside the superior mediastinum, then this same problem, dyspnea, dysphonia and dyspnea. That is mediastinal syndrome, that is different. Okay, this. Then as you all know, hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. Okay. Test for thyroid. So this will lead to cretinism in infants and mixed edema. This is all physiology wala part, mixed edema in the adults, and this will lead to, so if there is a hyperthyroidism, then, and if it is more active, what you will do? You will do either subthyroidectomy, and you will see that you don't remove the parathyroid and all. It is not a problem because both are inevitable for life. You cannot remove thyroid completely. Thyroid is inevitable for life, thyroid gland. You cannot remove thyroidectomy. Total thyroidectomy cannot be done. You have to leave some part of the gland. And if there is hyperthyroidism, so what do you do? Whether it is, see in the neck, if there is some swelling, it can be because of any reason. Thyroid is not the only structure in the neck. It can be thyroid enlargement, it can be lymph nodes of the neck which have enlarged, or if there is some other malignant tumor, Hodgkin, non-Hodgkin, anything, lymph nodes may get swollen, very big. Okay, some other kind of cyst or like that. So how do you test whether it is thyroid or not? How do you rule out? So for testing the thyroid swelling, there is one test, it is called as thyroid deglutination test. Deglutition test means what? You will give a person to swallow something, say water, or if you are giving something to eat and the person will swallow. What will happen if the patient is asked to deglutinate? Because if it is a thyroid swelling, it will move with the deglutition. Why? I will tell you. You recall this diagram. Kidhar gaya re wo diagram? Yeah, this diagram. See, here behind you have the trachea, then you have the esophagus. If this is a thyroid enlargement, then because it is connected with this ligament of Berry, if it is a thyroid swelling, itna bada swelling hai, it is compressing all these structures from other side. So if there is deglutition and if there is movement, because this is ligament Berry se attachment hai, तो ये जब इसोफेगस से swallow करोगे, at that time this will move with this movement of swallowing. This gland will move with this deglutition of the person, and that why? Because it is connected to ligament of belly. If there is some swelling here or there in other part of the neck, it is of no use. So this deglutition will happen because of the attachment of ligament of belly one, and this larynx is also attached to larynx. Trachea है इधर ऊपर larynx है, right? Larynx continues into trachea. So there is attachment, and so there will be movement of the swelling if it is a thyroid swelling when you are deglutinating. Okay, so we discussed most of the points. Palpation and all this is surgery wala part, not of your deal. So this is all about thyroid. We already discussed. If you have any doubts, you can ask. I will end the session.